If you can take care of yourself first, it's not selfish. Push, push, push! It becomes that habit, and then now it's weird not to go to the gym. Up, up, up! Good! There you go. Drop. Nice. It's been a while since Justin and I did a video out here. Don't mind me just trying to catch my breath. Justin's throwing up 140s on dumbbells like it's nothing. The reason I wanted to, we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff today with Justin, but one of the things I wanted to chat about is I've gone through a bunch of personal shit in my life lately, and not to get into details because it's nobody's business, but I've been posting every single day my workouts, my food, and a lot of people comment on social media. A lot of people think it's because I'm just trying to show off because I got goals and stuff. Like, honestly, it's an accountability factor. It's something I'm making sure I'm accountable to Justin as my coach, accountable to myself. And when I post that shit and it's regular, like, it forces me to be there. So those posts, you know, I've had some people say that they've been inspired to go to the gym and all that kind of stuff. That's awesome. But to be real, man, it's all about myself. Like, I'm posting it to keep myself accountable. I'm posting it to keep my mentality from like going all over crazy places. Like, you know, I've been going to church lately and following that path, and at the same time, like, this is my second church here. You know, this is a place where I'm meditation with the weights, right? Justin, what's your thoughts? Like,
so I have always found that if I spiral and something bad happens in my life, or lose a job, break up, whatever it may be, this place has always been the foundation for me to build back to maybe where I was, or where I want to go. If I build a routine around the gym and my workout in the morning, it allows me to start my day with gratitude and start my gratitude list, a walk, and getting to the gym. If I have those things in place, I can't be stopped. I find if I don't have those things in place and all these other things are going on in the world, I find I backpedal maybe a couple of years mentally. Where if I have these things in line, you're basically gonna, all these things that are getting in your way, you're just gonna push them aside and keep going straight.
And I even notice, like, the harder I do stuff, like, for example, obviously training, sticking to that routine, dieting, like, I've been posting my diets even and everything, and it's once again an accountability for myself. And it's, you know, so you can see it, and I tag you in pretty much everything too. But I find, like, it's one of those things that in this world, like, there's so many distractions, so many people, like, hey, did you hear they did this and they're doing this and like all this other stuff. Like, I want to spend my time, even when my mentality might not be where it's supposed to be because of whatever's happening in the life. I want to spend my time as much as possible focusing on moving forward and bettering myself.
100%.
And when you're you have to be under diet, you have to be under whatever because somebody's holding you accountable, or you're holding yourself accountable if you can, whatever it is. I feel like at least for those few hours a day, you're moving forward where everything else could be silent.
100%. And the accountability, the fact that you're posting all your stuff and stuff, that's awesome because, maybe some people think, oh, you're
showing
being
off,
cocky
bragging,
or something, right?
Exactly.
But the other people that are going to see this, they want to be a part of your group. So now you have a group of people that are all going to come together from your post showing that what you're doing to better yourself. Now other people are going to start doing. Now you have a group. And now you guys can tag each, and now everyone works together. That's how this world's going to keep getting better.
And it's crazy, man. Like, even like some of my most popular posts are you and I, right? Another really popular post I've ever really posted once is going to church, because I just started this about a month ago. And I had probably like 40, 50 people reach out to me. I had multiple conversations. And it's funny, like, there's so many haters that are all like, you're just trying to look cool because of whatever, and you're just trying to show that you're a good guy or whatever. Like, it's not. It's my own journey. And just like you said, at the end of the day, these people that are like-minded and want to be a part of that journey, they'll reach out. And then all of a sudden, you're with your tribe. You know what I mean? And it's the right people hanging out with the right people.
If you do the right things, the right people will come. That's just it. What else should we do here? Do like 140s? No sleeves, not ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, come on. Yep.
Go.
I got it.
Okay. Up. One more. Let's go. Up, all you. That's some weight. You moved it like nothing, too, bro.
That's pretty good.
Question, because this applies to basically every business, and I think this is probably the best place to ask you. is obviously your business is training people, like nutrition, all that stuff. Yet, like we just kind of talked about it, this is also like one of your holy places, you know what I mean? Where you get your mind straight. How do you not get sick of training? Like in real estate, it's very easy to get, at the beginning you love it, and then it's super easy to get sick of like doing the business itself, right?
Right.
How do you get just not tired and sick of this place? Like you're here all the time. Like for me, I understand when I come here, it's something that's not my work, you know what I mean? And even me, sometimes you're just like, oh fuck, I just did this like 3 weeks ago, you know what I mean? Like it gets repetitive.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you keep it like a place that's still important to you and don't hate it?
Good question, because a lot of people do ask me that. They're like,
Yeah.
fuck, you're at the gym 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not blow your head off at the end of the day every day? How do you still manage to have the energy and want to train after doing all this stuff, right? So for me, it's a business.
Yeah.
Yes, one. All my clients I care way too much about.
Yeah, yeah.
But I love I
you.
love this place, but also, like we were talking about earlier, this place makes me calm.
Yeah.
It brings me like energy that I don't get anywhere else. It brings me endorphins that I don't get anywhere else, right? At the end of the day, when I need to train for that hour and a half, I could go home and not train, but for me to do that training session, it like opens me up to being like a whole different person.
Yeah.
And being like, okay, I can achieve everything that I want to achieve for myself while doing everybody else in my business, right? And keeping them kind of separate. This isn't a job for me.
Yeah.
I love it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you're getting better, my other clients are getting better, everybody gets better. That's a huge win for me, right?
Yeah.
And for me, I tell people, this place will change your life.
Yeah.
Right?
It will.
Because it will.
Yeah. 100%.
Right? And that's why I keep coming back to it, right? Because it's somewhere where everybody can thrive every single day.
So let me ask you this though, and I'll just use my like anecdotal, because I see you at the gym, like obviously we don't train together every single day, right? And I'll come train and you're either training by yourself or you're training a client. The one thing I noticed about you too, and it's funny, like I'll throw Rebecca, who's a good friend of yours and a friend of ours kind of thing, amazing athlete and coach as well. And you guys are very similar in certain ways that when you're coaching somebody, like I literally have to tap you on the fucking shoulder to be like, hey bro, how's it going? And it's not like you're being a prick, you're just in the zone, right? And when you're training, like it's the same thing. Like if I catch you in the mirror or something, it's not like you don't say hi, right? I catch myself when I come to the gym, I'm like, people watching too, you know what I mean? But I find that the guys and gals that are like sharks, right? You guys are coming here for your workout to be like a mental focus for you. It's not for, you know, you may post it on Instagram or whatever, but it's not for that, it's for you, right? How do you get that focus to just be like, and I know, like we talk about this too, like the mind muscle memory, right? Or mind muscle, what's it called? Connection, thank you. You know, with business and real estate is getting into the flow. It's just like, I'm making my calls, no distraction. Because as soon as you get, you know, one person starts talking to you, they say it's between 15 to 45 minutes to get back into that flow, right?
It's all just a discipline. It's the same thing when I played hockey. It was like, okay, how do you keep going to the rink every day? How do you keep training? How do you keep running that hour every day to keep getting better in that? It's just a discipline that comes into play, right? Once you have that discipline set and that you know you're going to the gym to make yourself better, you will get into that tunnel vision because you want to pick up heavier weights and do them with, or execute it more properly than you've been doing it, right?
Exactly.
And once you get into that mindset and that discipline that it's game on when you're in the gym, everything will change. All right, here you go. Yep. Good. Launch, Sean. Up. There you go. Up. Yeah, there it is. That's the one. Good. Attaboy. Good job. Good work, bro. That was awesome.
That felt good.
Really good.
Thanks, bro. I can barely talk, so.
It was a good one.
It was a good pump, man.
We got it.
Tell you, it's crazy. You know, one of the things that we were talking about too is like just keeping that discipline, having kind of like, I hate to use this because it sounds so dumb, but like a safe space or a place where you can come mentally focus and do your shit, because like the world's pulling you in a million different places, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be the gym.
I was just gonna say, it doesn't have to be the gym. You could go to the track every day and go for a walk. You could have a nice hike that you do every day. You know what I mean? That could be your place.
It's just so important, and I think like one of the things I just started, I'm gonna do a little vlog on it too. Is like my breath work in the morning.
Yeah.
It has really helped me as well. Like I literally just started it again, but before, I don't know. You know what it is? You always get busy. There's always excuses. There's always whatever. If you make this a priority, and obviously family, kids, work, like all that's a huge priority in everybody's life. But I think if you can take care of yourself first, it's not selfish. At the end of the day, it allows you to perform at the highest level in everything else you do, right?
I agree.
And I know like this is mainly a business channel, and obviously you and I have our coaching company that's launching here shortly. For me, I think like, if I don't prioritize my health, my mental health, most importantly, especially as an entrepreneur, everything else just goes to shit. It's the easiest way you find, like, is it just have a schedule, stick to it, or just make sure like the day before you plan on where you're going? Like, what do you find like for your clients is the best way to go about it?
Obviously, of course, we're going to say we want to have a routine built, right?
Yeah.
Like that's, I always implement that with every single client is that
Yeah.
if you can make a structured morning, you're setting yourself up for a successful day. Like for you, in instance, you're talking about breath work. How much clearer are you in your brain to get after your business after you do your breath work? It's probably like a 100% difference, right? So
Yeah.
that's the same thing as getting up and just going for a little walk in the morning,
Yeah.
right? Or doing a gratitude list. Just
Yeah.
like try to click 2 little boxes off in the morning is like what I try to tell my clients, and you've already won the day now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, and if you can have that routine set because your schedule is all over the place, you got kids, you got to be here on this day and that day, then you need to revamp that and like have something that's structured for those days on your busy days that you can still check a couple boxes. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's not your walk in the morning or your gratitude list. Now it's just you're checking the meals off that you got all your meals in for the day. And you drank your water on those days because you couldn't go to the gym and you couldn't. You were just talking about how you're going to have 4 days off now from the gym because you're going to be doing some hunting. And what are we going to do in those days? And what we just went over is let's check the boxes on diet. Let's make sure we get our water in, right? You know you're going to be getting your steps in because you're going to be hunting. So that's the wins right there, is getting our diet in and getting our water in. It doesn't always have to be perfect. It just has to be some checks that make you feel good and drive those endorphins up so that you can be successful in what you're doing.
And you're moving forward. And it's funny that you say that. It applies to business. Everybody, like, including myself. You know how many times I've in the past been like, oh, I can't do my 100 calls today, or I can't do my whatever. I only have 45 minutes, so you know what? Screw it, I'm just not gonna do it, period.
Yep.
The reality is if I just did 10 calls even, or 5 calls, or even 1 call, I'd be 1, 5, 10, whatever, ahead versus than I won before.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily possible to, we aim for perfection.
Yeah.
Like I always say, you aim for perfection, but whatever the fuck else you hit, right? You're still on that route.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Of course.
And I think that's going to be one of the biggest takeaways that I've got from the gym and everything. And we talk about it as well. It's like, we literally just talked about it. I'm going to be hunting, so I'm not going to be able to lift, but I'm meal prepping. I even told you, I'm like, it's my buddy's birthday, so I'm going to have a couple drinks, right? Because I'm going to, right? So what do I do? Don't have carbs. 1 vodka or 2 vodkas equals 1 less carb meal or whatever, right?
Exactly.
And if you pre-plan that stuff, like you can move forward with a normal life and you're still moving forward.
Exactly.
You might not be leaps and bounds for those particular days, but at the end of the day, it's still moving forward.
Well, you're going to run into roadblocks no matter what, right? So it's having those little disciplines set up for you, right? And it's just getting that structure. As soon as you nail it, it's like you. Now you have momentum in the gym again. And I see it in your face. Once you have that momentum, I'm like, I don't even have to be like, Sean, are you at the gym? I already know you are. Because you've built that momentum and that discipline again. So it's like those little baby wins, they can add up to the big wins, right?
It becomes that habit, and then now it's weird not to go to the gym. And that's why I'm asking you, like, hey, bro, I'm going to be hunting for 4 days. I won't be in the gym. What do I do? Because I feel bad not being in the gym. Even though I know hunting, I'm going to be training, like working and hiking and so on and so forth. But the momentum that you have in a negative direction, it's a lot easier to get. But the momentum you get in a positive direction, it has that power of the same as the negative.
100%.
You know? Once you're moving forward, it feels weird not to go to the gym. It feels weird eating at McDonald's when you've been eating clean for whatever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you feel guilty. The regular person doesn't feel guilty because that's part of their meal plan. You know what I mean? So
changing the smallest little things, because if you don't change those things, what are you going to be doing? The same shit over and over and over again, right? So baby steps, like you said, make that 1 call instead of 10. That's a win.
Exactly. Cool. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it again.